Hey, what's going on, folks? Thanks for tuning in once again. I want to make another quick video that debunks and kind of addresses some of these critics and haters that I had on one of my most recent videos. You can tell that this one has only been up for a few days and has almost 1,000 views, which, considering how long I've had this channel and how long this video has been uploaded, this has been one of my best performing videos to date. Now, on this video, all I did was go through some of this alleged footage from Ukraine and ask questions. For example, if these people were all shot in the back of the head, as the media claims, by Russian soldiers, where's the blood? Where are the shell casings? Where's the defecation? People do shit themselves or piss themselves when they die. You don't see any of that in these photos. And it's very suspicious because you can see the media has these images of tanks rolling in. Then they have pictures of all these dead bodies, but they have nothing in between. No gun battles, no firefights, just dead bodies in the street with no signs that they were actually shot. Okay, then on top of that, you've got this footage where they set it as a mass grave. Does this really look like hundreds of people are buried in here to you? Because to me, it doesn't. I mean, I'm just being honest. I've watched these videos with numerous other people, and a lot of them have said the same thing. Something just looks suspicious about this footage. And because I'm asking questions, just asking questions about this, people have viciously attacked me. I've been labeled a communist sympathizer. I've been labeled a Nazi. I've been labeled a dimwit. And now all of a sudden, everybody's coming out of the woodwork claiming that there's some forensic gunshot analyst. I mean, come on, guys. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. The government and the media are basically proven to lie to us already. Okay, when it comes to something this important, you better believe they'll do whatever it takes to kick this propaganda in and get you beating the war drum. Now, again, going back to these images of these people laying in the street, I've had a lot of critics come on and say, well, I've seen a lot of dead bodies, and I can tell you there wouldn't necessarily be any blood. Well, let's look at some actual photographs of people who were really shot in the head. Okay, here's an example. This is a photograph from a mafia murder of Arnold Schuster. You can see he was shot twice in the face. Okay, and look at all this blood. Or if you go look at some other examples in history, for example, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Here's a real example where people were actually shot in the back of the head and you see lots and lots of blood. Okay, it's all over the place. Or if you look at another example, Carmine Galante. Notice he's been shot. You see lots of blood. Okay, so these people who are attacking me for asking questions, you don't really know what you're talking about. Okay, when people get shot, they bleed. Okay, it's not that hard to figure out, especially when we're dealing with Russian soldiers who are probably carrying AKs with high caliber bullets. Okay, they do some damage. People bleed. They leave evidence behind, which is not what we're seeing in these images. Next thing I want to address is that a lot of people come out and call me some kind of communist sympathizer because I don't want to go to war with Russia over Ukraine. Well, here's something I want you to think about. Okay, here is a list of countries the United States of America has invaded. Okay, and this is just since World War II. Now, some of these you'll see are listed more than once. Some of these are instances where we just went to go give medical care to people or dental care. But here's the thing. It's pretty much agreed upon that there's been at least 22 to 23 countries that we've invaded since World War II. Yet Russia invaded once, right, in Ukraine, and people in America lost their goddamn minds. Okay, and it's to the point where if I ask questions about it, I'm being attacked. That's not what real patriots do. Okay, that's what brainwashed sheep will do. Okay, even if you want to make the argument that, oh, well, they didn't really invade Haiti, they just went there and established medical care and gave them dental care. Guys, that's not what the military is for. There's Americans here in this country that are starving, homeless, dying of easily preventable things, and our country is going all over the world helping other people. Okay, we're like the world leader for giving money to other countries, but we're like at the bottom of the world as far as how we treat our own people. I mean, enough is enough. Come on, folks, this isn't that hard to figure out. You should be more suspicious of how your tax money is being used. Okay, finally, the last thing I want to address is, again, everyone's coming out of the woodwork saying, "Oh, well, I've seen dead bodies, and I can guarantee you that this body's been laying there for some time, and I can tell." Okay, well, here's the thing, folks. Go back to since the days of the Civil War, and you'll see that it's been common practice to stage bodies during wartime for a long time for photographs. Okay, some of the most famous photographs you've seen of the Civil War were people whose bodies were laid out for that photograph specifically. They were staged. So what I'm saying here is, when you go back and look at those images of Ukraine, hey, those people could have died of something else if they're even real dead bodies at all. I mean, if you study the Civil War, folks, more people died from dysentery, which is diarrhea, than anything else. Okay, so maybe they could have taken some of these bodies and just laid them out for a picture, okay, to really capture the actual devastation of what was going on. So my whole point with all this is, like, look, I've never said there's nothing happening in Ukraine at all. I just don't believe what the mainstream media tells me. I don't believe in going to war over a country being involved with their neighbor. If the United States invaded Mexico tomorrow, would you have a problem if Russia got involved? Because that's what you're doing if you're basically getting upset about Russia and Ukraine. You're getting upset over them being involved with their neighbor, when the fact is, our country's been invading other countries all over the world that are nowhere even near us geographically. Okay, so please get over yourselves. If I'm wrong, prove it. Okay, I don't care if your opinion disagrees with mine. You know what I'm making the videos about just from the title. So if you're going to come on my videos just to troll, you will get owned. Just letting you know. Thanks for tuning in, and God bless.